This is The Minamata Disease by Patrick O'Brien and me, Slater Hellbuck. Let's talk about the date and location of this disaster. So this disaster happened in May of 1956 in Minamata, Japan. It was first heard of when 4 patients from the city of Minamata on the west coast of the southern Japanese island of Kyushu were admitted to a hospital with the same severe and baffling symptoms. So what was the solution and what has been done? So at first, the government was very puzzled by the disease. They disinfected the homes of the patients and quarantined them. The quarantine led to discrimination against the victims. Cats were also observed convulsing and going mad before dying. A research institute was developed at Kumamoto University. The institute tracked the victims to all living near fishing communities on the Minamata Bay. This led to researchers believing that the cause was food pollution. They detected levels of heavy metals in the water. They found metals including lead, mercury, manganese, arsenic, and copper.
The discovery of these metals led to research on the victim's hair, which then showed high levels of toxins. The plant responsible for this was the Chiso plant, which was close to the Minamata River. So, when they wanted to prove that they weren't responsible for these levels of metals, they then moved their water filtration, like where they dumped their water, to the Minamata River, which immediately caused the death of all the fish in the river. The company was then ordered by the local Japanese government to pay money to the victims after they were proven to be responsible. They were also ordered to change their filtration system, and it was later declared safe by the company. However, the company did not actually change their filtration system and continued to lie about the safety of their pollutants. In 1973, the truth came out, and the national government of Japan actually forced them to regulate the plant and began to order more payments to the victims who were dying off and showed genetic harm. The filtration system was then actually replaced under government watch, and much less pollutants were released. So, current state of the area affected. So the Minamata region still suffers from cases of the Minamata disease. The bioaccumulative of the heavy metals and toxins still hasn't been completely rid of it in the water ecosystem. Fish are still dying and people are still getting new cases, although it's significantly less than before. The government and the company responsible still pay sympathy money, which is given to the victims. Sympathy money is money that's trying to get the victims to be quiet and be happy because they're being paid. However, the money doesn't really fix the disease at all. The disease is uncurable and relatively untreatable, and most victims die pretty quickly. However, the water quality is for the most part fixed and back to normal before the pollution.